Hello, I am Deepak Gupta from PatentYogi Weekly News, a show that provides quick updates on the recent activity in the patent world. Motorola Mobility suffered another defeat at the hands of patent licensing firm Intellectual Ventures, with a jury finding that Motorola infringed a patent describing a way for handheld devices to connect to docking stations. Damages will be determined at a later date. This marks the fourth patent litigation win for IWE, which has sued more than 30 companies for patent infringement since it first took to the courts in 2010. IWE still has more than 25 lawsuits outstanding. In 2011, Apple paid $2.6 billion of the total $4.5 billion for the purchase of the Nortel patent portfolio by the Rockstar consortium. Earlier this year, RPX purchased 4,000 patents from Rockstar for $900 million. Accordingly, Apple could see a gain of about $392 million in the March quarter. This is expected to be revealed by Apple on April 27, when the company is scheduled to declare second quarter results. USPTO is planning quick fixes and PTAB trial rules changes to address bias perception. Specifically, PTO is considering changes to the amendment process, the type of evidence that can be provided to prove ownership of a patent, and the number of judges who decide on institution. Currently, the same 3 judges that decide on institution also preside over the hearing, leading many to claim that the system leads to biased decisions. Google filed a new patent for the Glass, which allows the head wearable to recognize the song and display the dance moves for it.
Boeing patented cuddle seats for more comfortable air travel.
Let's talk about that.
Most people do not really enjoy air travel. The most annoying part of air travel is to sleep in an upright position, unless you are pretty rich. This week, Boeing solved the problem with cuddle chairs. Passenger picks up a backpack kept under the seat. He opens the straps and secures them to mating buckles near the headrest of the seat. Then he unfolds the head cushion from the backpack. The head cushion has a face relief aperture to receive the face of the passenger, and the chest cushion receives the passenger's chest in a forward-leaning position. Now that's comfortable and cuddly, isn't it? While Tom Cruise hangs outside the airplane, you can rest in a cuddle seat inside the plane. Might get too comfy though.
I love you.
Oops! This patent could have avoided Germanwings plane crash. Let's talk about that. The plane crash of Germanwings in the French Alps claimed 150 lives. It is extremely disturbing that the co-pilot deliberately caused the crash. This revives the memories of the Malaysian flight MH370, which raised similar concerns. This plane crash is forcing people to ask, who can we really trust on board? If the very pilot responsible for our lives can kill us? Perhaps technology. A group of French inventors asked this very question more than a decade ago, and conceived a remarkable solution to save people's lives when crew members are compromised. The system works by continuously monitoring the flying conditions of the plane while it's under the pilot's control. In case the system senses an impending danger, such as when the plane is descending towards a mountain, the pilot is first warned with an alarm. If the pilot does not take corrective action upon hearing the alarm, a possibility of malicious intent is ascertained, and the plane enters into an autopilot mode, in which the pilot no longer has control over the plane. In the autopilot mode, the invention safely steers the plane away from the mountain, averting a crash. This life-saving technology, which is patented by Thales Group, should soon become an integral part of all aircrafts to avoid disastrous events such as the Germanwings crash. Meanwhile, we pay our respects to the victims and deepest condolences to their families.
Moving on to the courtroom section, a patent case being heard at the Supreme Court involves a Spider-Man toy. The Supreme Court was to decide whether an inventor could keep collecting royalties on a Spider-Man toy, even after his patent expired. The case began when inventor Stephen Kimball sold his patent on the toy to comic book giant Marvel Entertainment in 2001, in a deal that has paid him more than $6 million in royalties. But Marvel stopped making payments after the patent expired in 2010. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Marvel. David Wierzynski sued Heinz, claiming the Little Dipper package he invented led Heinz to develop its dual-function package. A lid can be peeled from the dip and squeeze, so food can be dipped into the ketchup, or the end can be torn off so the ketchup can be squeezed onto food. The jury agreed that Wierzynski had brought the novel idea to Heinz, but disagreed with his claims that Heinz used it in developing the dip and squeeze, and that Heinz, therefore, owed him money. Here are statistics for the patent litigations filed this week. In a victory for Pfizer, a UK court recently ruled that physicians should not prescribe generic versions of its Lyrica medicine for treating pain as the result of an ongoing patent dispute. The dispute began after Pfizer patents for using Lyrica for treating epilepsy and generalized anxiety disorder expired last July. However, Pfizer still holds a patent for using its pill to treat pain, which does not expire until 2017, and the drug maker is fending off legal challenges from several generic drug makers that hope to sell lower-cost versions. Singapore celebrates World Intellectual Property Day with Streets of Creativity project. Spanning across the month of April, a lineup of creative activities for the public are in the pipeline. Thanks for liking and sharing the video. Please subscribe to our channel by clicking the big red button to receive updates on new videos published every week. If you are viewing this on a mobile device, please find the subscription link in the description below. Until next time, keep innovating and keep patenting.